Hello everybody. You might see that my character looks drastically different than when we last left off. That is because I went, like, during the night last night, when I wasn't streaming, I decided to go through and make an equivalent level Marauder instead of my Conjurer to, like, make sure that, like, everything was up to date for when I go through like the main story content and stuff. Just basically doing the level grinding that you don't want to necessarily sit and watch through off screen. Yeah, so that's what I did, and this is where I'm at. I am a Marauder, and I will be doing tank missions. The reason why I did this is because my left stick is having issues often while I'm trying to do casting as Conjurer. So I'll oftentimes, my character will want to do this while I'm trying to cast, and it keeps interrupting my spells. So I figured I would try something that doesn't have casting times. And yeah, see, it was doing it just then. And see if I can focus a little bit more on the NPC dungeons. Of course, I will do Duty Finder at moment, you know, associate with other people and stuff, because that's fun. I've got my keyboard hooked up to my PS4. Like through the main story, I think I'm gonna try to do just the NPC dungeons, so that I can actually like follow the story while I'm playing through it, because that's much of what this playthrough is playing through the story. So let's go do this. Okay, so right now my class quest for Marauder is the mountain that strides, and that has me speaking with Solquib. Let's see here. Speak with Solquib. That is up in the northern part of the map. As you can see, my character is going wherever he feels like. So we go teleport over there. This is my Marauder class quest, so that's what I'm doing now. To keep you up to date with what's going on in the Marauders class, basically the only thing that's happened is there was this kid whose parents were killed by a Auroch, a really big Auroch or something, and it's basically like my mission to eventually kill this thing for the kid's revenge. And right now the kid's missing, apparently, so... Ah, Avistrom. I assume you are here to discuss the missing child, and not to sample a bowl of mutton stew? First things first, I would advise against rushing off to peer under every rock in the countryside. We need more information to direct our search. I suggest we head to the Red Rooster Stead, and learn what more we can from old Neddard. Okay. So off to the Red Rooster Stead, wherever that is. That is in Lower Lenosha. I've never been there before. Oh wait, yeah, I have. Looks like I can get there easily if I just go down to the Aetheryte, pass through here. Or I could just... No, let's just go south. I'm gonna go south and then go up this way. Okay. Awesome. As you can see, even my right stick has issues too. Not as bad of issues as my left stick recently, but it's really bad. If I could get a replacement, that would be swell. We shall see. replacement controllers are so expensive nowadays. Like, they've gotten ridiculous. Especially for Switch, too. I've noticed that, Switch controllers, at Walmart at least, they were going up to $80. And, not for those controllers. No thank you. Need to switch this to all. Where the heart is, missed. Where it's at. Oh, it's right over by the Red Rooster Stead, too. Okay. I could pick that up while I'm there. Oh, this is the first time you're seeing the land of Lenosha, isn't it? Outside of the mainland? Or, no, we went through here on the way to Sastasha. Okay. Never mind. But this is a new area. That guy's staring at me. I love Momodi. I can't wait for you to meet Momodi. Momodi is super sweet. Yeah, I'm not doing anything with powerful marks at the moment. If I were to try to take down a mark right now... Oof. That would be like one shot. I'm done. Marks are enemies that like will randomly show up here and there. That like... You know, I don't actually know all of the ins and outs about it, so I'm not gonna pretend like I know anything. Mind looking into something for me, adventurer? It may even be of interest to you, in fact. I'm told that plots within Mist are to be auctioned off. You, me, hells, even a 12's down wandering minstrel could purchase their own piece of Lenosha. And upon that plot of land, you'd be free to build a house for you and yours. You can't tell me that the thought isn't at least slightly appealing, can you? It is a bit surprising that the Salaths across sea had the time and resources to prepare such an area, while with the kobolds and the primals causing all manner of trouble. But who am I to judge the priorities of politicians? Much less pirates, eh? Besides, I'd like nothing more than to own my own home. I've yet to verify the truth of the tale just yet, though. If you've no objections to taking the detour from your adventures, why not head toward the gate to Mist and see if there's a Maelstrom representative who can confirm or deny these land auctions? Okay, will do. But I'm gonna do this first, okay? Oh, this is a pretty old rock. Oh no, she's a Mikote. Oops. Thank the gods you're here. Seems me grandson is set on causing naught but trouble for ye. But surely you can know how the lad is feeling. Ken? Surely you can how the lad is feeling. I don't understand that. But okay. How he's boiling with hate for that murderous beast. And the last time when you came along like an avenging angel and showed him the strength of your steel, well, you lit a fire in his belly. He must have got it in his head to take revenge on the beast himself. Daft little bugger. Any road. Once you heard Kuchata had been spotted near Airport, why, he shot through that door like an arrow from a bow. And I ain't seen him since. I beg of ye. Find me little Sigurd before he gets himself stomped to death. That big bastard orcs that spilled more than enough of me kin's blood. Our course is clear. We must set out for Elport at once. An old acquaintance of mine, Farstim, Often stands guard at the port gates. He might know something of the lad's whereabouts. Okay. What is it, adventurer? Oh yes, the auctions. By order of the Admiral herself, Mist and all plots within are to be sold exclusively to adventurers, so as to encourage their immigration to Limsa. Only adventurers, you ask? Practical necessity, really. Limsa is in dire need of fresh blood, capable, courageous adventurers who will fight her foes and protect her interests. Those who build a home here will have that much more incentive to aid us. As for what manner of place Mist is, give me just a moment. Hi, I'm back. Sorry about that. As for the manner of place Mist is, I think it best that you journey there and see for yourself. Please direct any other questions you might have to the recruit station just past the entrance. Okay, so I go through here, right? Yeah, okay. Let's travel to 6th floor. Alright. Where the heart is. Right here. Greetings, adventurer, and welcome to Mist. A Lumenson sent you, you say? No, that's unfortunate. All Lumensons are barred from participating in the auctions, you see, on account of the fact that they're, well, Lumenson. Admiral's decree. If you find the area to your liking, though, please consider speaking with the resident caretaker. She can guide you through the process of purchasing a plot for yourself. Now, while I was AFK, or, well, not AFK, but away from my stream, and I was playing this game, I joined a free company. Free companies are like groups of people that take on things together whenever they feel like it, whether you want to play casually with them or whatnot. It's like a friend circle of people that you don't know yet, but you want to get to know. So yeah, no, there's nobody from the free company that's online right now, but when there is, I'm going to say hi to them and everything, and interact and whatnot. They probably won't do much with me because I'm still so low level, but I figured it would be nice to have some other player interaction. There you are. What news have you brought me? For the purposes of luring adventurers to Limbs de Lominsa? Oh, that's unfortunate, but it doesn't explain a great deal. Oh, looks like my dream of owning my own home will have to wait a little longer. But don't you worry about me. My day will come soon enough. Cool. Alright, let's go to Farstim and Elport. I think I can teleport to Elport. Let me check. Yep, right there. I'm thinking maybe if I had a better controller, I would probably do a lot more dungeon interactions with players, other players, but until I'm forced to in Heavensward. Apparently Heavensward and Stormblood content doesn't have any of the NPC dungeons yet. So until I'm forced to, I probably should try to stay away, except for maybe one dungeon a day. I plan on doing the duty roulette just for the extra experience. Yeah. Have you seen a boy wandering about by him? Oh, have I seen a boy wandering about by himself? As a matter of fact, me and my fellow gate guard here just watched a young lad traipsing off to the north. We were arguing whether or not to abandon our posts and bring the child back ourselves. A large pack of jackals have been prowling the wilds of late, so if you mean to head after him, pray do so quickly. Else I might even pass along word to the Marauders Guild. You'll be better off with an extra blade or two at your back. Okay, Sigurd's watered skin. I might have to stay out of first person because of my right stick for right now. They just both just got so much worse. Sweet. Sigurd's satchel. Just leaving all of this stuff around. See what I mean by the Marauder not having any cast time? Like, literally makes it so that even if my character's moving around, I can still be effective. So, while personally I'm best at healing, I am not best at healing with this controller. So, I figure, you know, it's the smart thing to do. It's the It's the, nice thing to do to people I'd potentially be playing with. Have you found any sign of Sigurd? He must have been in a desperate hurry indeed to cast away his belongings in such a careless manner. I myself came across this wood axe. A tool the lad took from the stead, perhaps. God's below. Averstrom, over there. Alright, let's do it. Oh boy. Averstrom. Quickly now, those curs are out for blood. I will take that level. Where is one's tainted jaws? Sweet. Step aside. London. They are siblings, I believe. He breathes yet. We withdraw to the Red Rooster stead. Follow my lead, Averstrom. Alright, where's the Red Rooster stead? Not here. All the way to Lower Lenosia. Where? That's 2 places away. Okay, whatever. Oh, that's such a nuisance. It's really not a convenient place. Okay. I wrote that because I'm in this novice network that makes it so that like you can chat with other newbies in the game, just to like remind myself of the ropes and stuff. And like somebody accidentally put in the chat saying, "Oh, I'm new at healing," and people tend to say that when they're in dungeons, but like she probably accidentally put it in that instead of saying it in the dungeon, and so somebody was like, "You're healing the chat?" And I was like, "The healer we need but not deserve." I'm funny, okay? Ah, just traipsing across the land. Aetheryte's a little too... Red Rooster Stead needs its own Aetheryte. That's what I think. This place is so pretty, though. I love the hills. And it's gonna be so much prettier when the graphic overhaul gets finally released. Because, like, the grass is gonna look so much better. And there's just so much grass here on these rolling plains. Can't wait. Can't wait. But once again, it's gonna be like 2 or 3 years or longer, or I don't know. They might put it in before 7.0 for all I know, because I was surprised by the new NPC mission, or dungeons. They might like piece things together as time goes, but where this this graphic overhaul was announced was in a presentation that was like titled like the next 10 years of Final Fantasy X. So like, you know, they say 7.0 right now, but it might be like pieced together in 7.0, so like through patches over time. I hope not. Alright, we're back at this old guy who doesn't really have, like, whose accent is, like, throwing me off. You brought him home. I don't got the words to thank ye. The lad's past the worst of it. He struck his head in the fall, though, and it may be some time before he opens his eyes. Thank you for coming, brother. If you hadn't scattered those jackals when you did. I have done naught to earn your thanks. When I learned of the situation from Aleport, I realized the dangers were greater than I had anticipated. No single Marauder could have hoped to fend off such numbers in time. I accept my apologies, Nedod. You turned to us for help, and yet your grandson now lies before you, broken and battered. You risked your lives to save little Sigurd. How's a man to find fault with that? It's me who ought to be begging for forgiveness for the wounds he took protecting a foolish boy. You needn't concern yourself with our well-being. Our training prepares us for such eventualities. Oh,
There's not more we can accomplish here, Evestrom. It is time we return to the guild and focus on other tasks.
okay. So we'll turn that in and we'll pick up the next quest, but I don't know if we'll do that next quest yet. Oh, I don't know, might as well, honestly. Return. I have my, my fox hoodie. underneath me right now. Maybe I should, like, just put it on real quick. Hold on. I say it's a hoodie, but it's actually a blanket. I got it for Christmas this year, so... He's cute. Alright, let's see. Let's get out of that. Go to the Marauders Guild. A few blue quests that I need to pick up here. Rising to the challenge. Beauty is only scalp deep.
I am glad the lad will live, but I fear this will not be the last time Sigurd abandons caution in his thirst for vengeance against Kujata. The wound in his heart festers and seethes, feeding his impatience at our seeming inaction. But we must not think ill of the boy. Instead, let his helpless rage be as a spur to our efforts. I say again, Avistrim, Kujata will fall by your hand, and I will shape you into the deadly weapon you need to be.
Okay, I'll be your deadly weapon. If that's what you want. I don't know, those, trousers looked like they had a plus on them, but I don't know. That's weird. Okay.
Avistrom, our near-disastrous encounter with the pack that follows Kujata has been preying on my mind. The overwhelming number of the beasts was beyond aught I had imagined. Even the most dedicated marauder could not hope to carve through that snarling wall of flesh. And if we cannot dispatch the pack, then Kujata remains beyond our reach. Thus, I have prepared for you a trial that shall unleash your deepest reserves of destructive strength. As before, Solkvib waits you at the Beard's Mark to guide you on your path. Do not squander the opportunity for growth, Avistrom. The pride of the guild itself rides on the keen edge of your axe.
Okay. So she's over there in the Culinarians Guild again. The buildings in this place look cute. They're very windy, but they're cute. You've word for my brother. Huh, the pride of the guild, eh? My brother has placed quite a burden on your shoulders, it seems. But from what I have witnessed, if any marauder has the skill and determination to put down Kujata, then it is you. And there is, of course, the matter of Sigurd's vengeance. You don't want to disappoint the poor boy now, do you? Let us be about this trial, Avistrom. I shall meet you on the Salt Strand in Lower Lenosha, where your training is to take place. Well, naturally, I will be there. Without me, you're like to forget to tend to your wounds and bleed to death. I wouldn't forget. I mean, I forgot, like, while I was playing not on the stream, and I did die once, but that was then. This is now. I've learned. I put potion on my hotbar, so. Okay, bleeder of the pack. Right over by Moraby Dry Docks. Let's do this. It's so cool that I'm already level 25. I literally was just working on this all night to get my level up quite a bit. Oh, I forgot to pick up those quests. I'll pick them up the next time I'm there. Sorry. Just testing to see if it was gonna like have me keep running because my stick just likes to go up for some reason. But it didn't. That's a good sign. I think the more that I play with it, the less it does that. I don't know. I honestly, I can't say. Like, my controller just does it randomly sometimes. This place is pretty. Can't imagine how this game looks on PC. It probably looks really cool with like little pop-in and stuff. Like, well, I guess it would depend on your PC and your settings, but yeah, they probably look cool on like advanced settings. Well, this should be the place. I don't see. Oh, do you sense that encroaching aura of violence, Averstrom? Pray, unlimber that axe of yours. Alright, let's do this. Boom. There we go. That seems to be the last of them. Compared to what we faced before, though, it wasn't terrible. So this is the indomitable Averstrom plays. Who in the seven hells are you? Wait, is that? We have deemed you worthy of our challenge. Come, Marauder, let us test the edge of your steel. Oh, brother. Alright, so we have some secret-y masked people. What are you playing at, you oafs? He's overwhelmed. Just overwhelmed. Oh, overpower. Overpower everybody. Boom. I use overpower whenever there's 3 or more enemies. But if there's not 3 or more enemies, then I start using my combos. Like right now. Oh, no, they're back. Okay. Someone familiar is his name. Just someone familiar. Genius. It seems my underlings have provided you with poor sport. Very well. I shall take your measure with mine own blade. Alright, let's do it. Do not think to show me quarter, Averstrom, for I shall surely show you none. This is probably the leader of the Marauders Guild. Just testing me. Keep your focus. This is no game. To be tested. Spent already? Our battle has scarcely begun.
fight well, Marauder. Now we see what you are truly made of. I yield. Your strength has humbled us all. It might just be enough. We are done here, my colleagues. Drag away those who cannot stand. Your display of prowess was truly impressive, Averstrom. Worthy indeed. What a ridiculous charade. Did he honestly think we couldn't see through those paltry disguises? Though I am confident my brother's act was not born of malice, rather he hoped by concealing his identity that the trial would seem more threatening, thus increasing its effectiveness. Not an entirely successful undertaking, but one must appreciate his intentions. It is time you return to the guild. Oh, and as a favor to me, pray indulge Wenzen in his little deception. Subterfuge is not a Marauder's forte. Okay, so I will go and finish his quest, and then we will do Momodi's stuff. Yes, that sounds like a good idea. I can't use return right now, so I'll just have to teleport. Which is not a big deal. I've got 13,000 gil, which is not a lot, honestly, in this game, but, it's fine for teleporting. Go, Ethernet, going to the Marauders Guild. Excellent. Oh, and while I'm here, I guess I'll pick up those quests too. Averstrom, I have heard of your skirmish on the Salt Strand. You did well to topple opponents of such formidable skill. But let us not dwell on the nature of those masked men. What is important is your triumph in the face of overwhelming odds. Your fellow Marauders are honored to have you swing your axe in the guild's name. They stand behind you, one and all, as you prepare to overcome your greatest trial yet. Aye, the time has come for you to bring Kujata's bloody rampage to an end. When next he rears his horrible horned head, you shall be ready to bury your blade in his skull. That sounds grody, though. Let's pick this. Oh, but it makes it so that I can't wear shoes. Oh well. And they're green. Okay, let's figure out where these things are. So one is in the Drowning Wench. Oh, maybe they're both in the Drowning Wench.
looks like it. Okay, so let's go down there. Oh, no? There's one over next to me. Okay. I tried to go into that door. The tiny door. Oh wait, no, that's the Culinarian Guild. Oh, well, where is it? Oh, now they're oh, it wasn't showing up because I clicked on Rising to the Challenge to see where it was. Doi. Okay. Who likes green pants? Not me. We all know how it feels to have had one too many. That's why I'll not fault our patrons for much of what goes on at our tables. But is it too much to ask that they keep their belongings on their person when they leave? It wouldn't bother me so much if half of them didn't show up a week later, ranting and raving as if their drunken heedlessness were somehow my fault. Take this impressive-looking journal right here. As oft used as it seems to be, I've no doubt its owner is tearing up the town searching for his prized possession. A stranger he was, a swarthy Regidan who enjoyed his drink. Seemed to be getting on well with one of our regulars, Quintinine. Perhaps you could still catch up with him and spare me that ache. I'd offer you a free drink, but last time I did that, battle undocked my wages. You're either a brave man or a fool friend, to be wandering the streets of Limsa today, what with the slasher of Fisherman's Bottom on the loose. You've not heard. There's a madman about. Why, it said he brandished his blade so long and sharp that they could gut a whale. No one's seen any blood yet, but that hasn't stopped the rumors from sending shivers up spines in every alehouse in town. That you're still standing before me tells me you don't scare as easily as the rest. Perhaps you could assist with the investigation. To start with, you might want to look into that scream I just heard outside. Have I seen who? Look, just because I spend more nights at the winch than in my own home doesn't mean I'm mates with every soul who comes stumbling through the doors. Wait a minute, that bloody book. Why didn't you say so sooner? The tight-off bastard drained 20 flagons and promptly passed out, leaving yours truly to fit the bill. Said he was heading to Elport. Aye well, it's the scurvy sop. Nemea Willin. He's still stranded at the ferry docks, so the gods know it won't help get me Gil back. Okay, looks like we're going over here. What are you waiting for? That's him, the slasher. Apprehend him. Toss him in jail. Throw away the key, or guard him and feed his lifeless body to the sharks for all I care. Just do something. Woe is me. Whatever did I do to deserve this cruel fate? For 6 moons I saved every last gill of my husband's hard-earned wage, foregoing new shoes, a new purse, sometimes even food for our children, all in anticipation for this day. What's so special about today, you ask? Why, this day marks the arrival of a world-renowned esthetician in Limsa. My endless patience and self-control were to be rewarded with a hair-raising transformation that would have every fashion curious in the wincing, oohing and awing in admiration. Instead, I find myself accosted by this lecherous lout. Speaking of which, weren't you going to do something about this? Go ahead, have your way with him. I doubt he has anything to say for himself. Okay, let's express doubt. Where is it? Doubt. Yeah. Oh, the ignominy of it all. Of course you take her side. For shame.
Is there not one sympathetic ear in this entire nation? An artiste of my renown should be welcomed with open arms and a 21 cannon salute. Instead, I am branded a criminal. Tools of my trade, the extensions of my very soul, ripped unceremoniously from my person like barnacles from the side of a frigate. I will not last long in my weakened state. No, even as we speak, the world around me grows dim. With my dying breath, I speak unto you 3 names, 3 kind souls who may yet put right what has gone so frightfully wrong. Forge Master Hanunza of Naldic and Vimelis, Guildmaster Beaton of the Gridonian Carpenters Guild, and Severin at the Alchemist Guild in Uldar. If there's an ounce of compassion in you, seek them out. Tell them Jean Delaine sent you. When my soul is restored and my name rightfully cleared, all of Limsa, nay, the entire realm, will sing your praises. For I, Jean Delaine, am none other than the ace. The ace. Okay. I gotta go over here to the Blacksmith's Guild, which looks like it's Naldic and Vimelis. We know who Carpenter Beaton is, so we'll see him in a bit, I guess. That's not it. Where do I go? Over here. Jean Delaine sent you. Let me guess. The balmy fool's lost his tools. Pardon me the appendages of his very soul again, and is trashing and tossing like the end of days is nigh. The man brings it on himself. If he toned down the theatrics and went about his work like an earnest craftsman, I dare say he'd save himself these misunderstandings. No, I've not a whit of sympathy for the fool. You, however, have my pity indeed for having to play audience to his whining. Any road, this should shut him up for a while. Tell him that if he loses these, I'll graft the next parent to his bloody hands. Okay. That's cool. Let's see, where is Bracing to the Challenge? The ferry docks. So it's down at the bottom. I just have to teleport over there. Bum, bum, ba-da-dum, bum, bum, ba-ba-da-da-bum, bum, bum. I think it's over by the Fisherman's. Yeah, that's it. Cool beans. Aw, my cat Lola is so cute right now. She's just sleeping. Down here. Okay. Oh, now she's cleaning. Okay. She was faking sleep.
If you have business with me, be quick about it. My ferry and my next great adventure await. My journal. I thought I had lost it forever. Pardon my rudeness, friend. Perhaps I should have stopped after 19 flagons. Did you steal a glance at its pages, perchance? No. A shame that, for this book contains, how might I say it, a record of my numerous adventures. Quite the inspiring read, if I do say so myself, which I believe I just did. You've the air of adventure about you. If one's still untested, but take heart. Even the most accomplished adventurer, and I speak from personal experience, was once a whelp with more dreams than sense. Were there only some way for me to repay you? But of course, I've a fresh journal right here that might as well have your name on it. Why not keep a record of your own, that one day we might regale each other with stories of our deeds. And with that I shall be off, for adventure, and a flagon or 20 of the realm's finest ale calls me.
Sorry, that was my alarm.
Fare you well on your journey, and next time you find yourself at the winch, do thank that Ellison fellow for his generosity.
Let's take some potions. Challenge log obtained. I forgot about the challenge log. Let me look at that real quick. Okay, so you get experience and gil for completing all of these different stuff. Cool. That's all there is to it, really. Yeah. Just some more things for you to look at and be like, oh, I need to do this today. Okay. Next I have to go... Okay, let me go... I'll go to Gridania to do that part of Beauty's Only Scout Deep, and then when I go to Ul'dah, I'll continue the main story stuff. Sounds good. Sounds good, good, good. I'm loving the new recordings. I watched my past stream, my last stream that I did, and I was very happy with the quality of the picture. It's not as good as some other people's, but like, it's better than what I had going, and I'm really sorry about that. All of my early stuff is just trash now. A message from Chandelaine, you say? So he's lost another one. Does the man not understand that wood doesn't simply grow on... actually it does, at least in a manner of speaking. But the fact remains that resources are in short supply. For all his flowery words, if his tools were truly an extension of his very being, one would think he'd find a way to hold on to them for more than a fortnight or two. Jean Delaine's skills are not to be doubted, but his temperament leaves much to be desired. Still, it is not my place to judge. Take this to him. Let us both hope that he will right his ways. Hello, viewer. I'm glad to see you join my stream. I am currently doing the Beauty is Only Scout Deep thing so that I can unlock the hairstylist. Hi, kid. Thanks for coming. It was lonely without you. Let's see. Going to... see... Ul'dah now? Yeah. As you can... well, you probably can't see it right now, but, I actually switched my character. Yeah, no, I mean... You're my constant watcher. But if you watch the previous stuff on this video, you'll see that I still talked all the way through it. So like, no worries on missing commentary. But I'm actually playing a different class now. I'm playing as the Marauder. Because I've been having trouble with my analog sticks. So problem with the analog sticks is they want to try to move while I'm not touching them, and when you're playing as a caster, it kind of creates problems because it keeps interrupting your spells. So I figured this would probably be the best option right now, especially if I start any dungeons with other people, because I don't want to be the healer that's constantly not healing. Alright. Welcome to the quicksand, friend. I'm a tad busy right now. If you wouldn't mind showing yourself to... Oh. Judging by your determined expression, I take it you ain't here for Ale. Are you called Averstrom Plays by any chance? Mion sent word that you'd be reporting for duty. She also made a point of calling you the adventurer of the moment. That ain't no small praise coming from her. But you didn't come all the way here to listen to my prattle. Doubtless you're eager to get started, so let's talk business, shall we? Oh, yeah, it's, yeah, the problem with PS4 controllers, really, is that, with Joy-Cons, at least you can go into the system and configure, like, reconfigure the Joy-Cons to make it, like, behave better until the drift gets, like, way too severe that you can't even configure them anymore. But with the PS4, there's no option like that. So literally, you're just stuck with the controller breaking. Both of my sticks are like, are drifting at the moment. It's doing okay right this second, so that's nice. But, I never know when it's gonna act up again, so. Let's see, Mamodi. The petitioner ought to be arriving any moment now. God almighty! Another second under that sun, and I would have been set afire. A tankard of ale, if you would be so kind. The old Lallerfell. Excellent timing, Papashan. It just so happens the adventurer who will be handing your petition is here. So this strapping young lad is a much-lauded adventurer, is he? Marvelous, marvelous. A pleasure to make your acquaintance, good sir. I am Papashan, formerly of the Sultan's Swan. I thank you for agreeing to lend us your aid. Mayhap you'd like to appraise Everstrom of his mission? Yes, of course. The petition in question was submitted by an acquaintance of mine at Emulgina and Sons Mineral Concern. It relates to an unfortunate development at Copperbell Mines. To be plain, giants have seized control of the place. These giants are of the clan known as Hecatoncheires, fearsome creatures who were sealed within the deepest depths of the mines during the bygone Thorn dynasty. Alas, it seems they have managed to break through the layer of rock which served to imprison them, and now prowl the tunnels where the miners ply their trade. The creatures are justifiably angry about their treatment at the hands of our ancestors, and their presence has forced the suspension of all mining activities on the site. It's no wonder they're angry. Didn't the Thorn dynasty come to an end over 300 years ago? You know your history well, milady. The people of that age used the Hecatoncheires to work their mines. By way of enchanted helms, they were able to bind the ferocious creatures to their will. But as is oft the way in such tales, these enchantments eventually failed, and the slaves rose up against their masters. In a desperate bid to contain the unbridled fury of the Hecatoncheires, our ancestors induced the collapse of the mine's lowermost levels. So it was that the great giant revolt was ended, buried underneath 100,000 tons of rock. Well, now that's got me thinking. I seem to recall there being an article about Copperbell in the Mithril Eye a fortnight or so ago. It said the mines were being reopened so as to meet the rising demand for building materials. Like as not, our boys dug a bit too deep and freed the giants. Gods, to think the poor creatures are still alive and kicking after 3 centuries. That's a long time to nurse a grudge. They must be seething. Indeed, and that makes them a danger for us all. There will be no mining at Copperbell so long as they remain. For the sake of both peace and prosperity, they must be subdued. This is the task which we would have you undertake. I will not deny that the mission will be rife with danger, but our need is great, and so I beg you, put an end to this sorry business. God bless you. I feared you might have reservations, but I assure you it is for the best. In case you don't know, Copperbell Mines are in Western Thanalan. Do take care, you hear? Oh, and one last thing before you depart. An employee of Emulgina and Sons is presently at the quicksand. The fellow's name is Painted Mesa, and he knows Copperbell Mines well. It may behoove you to seek his counsel. Yeah, I I was feeling awkward about my tiny character in the context of the game, so I don't know. I just switched back, and it feels right to me. Let's see. Where am I going? Alchemist Guild in Ul'dah. Let's go there. Yep, that's me. Always doing what feels best. Even if it's to the detriment of me. Ugh, I had an interview today. That was, fun. I do not know how well it went. I don't. You've come on behalf of Jean Delane. Why, I just furnished him with a fresh batch of my special creations last week. I realize the man's services are in demand, but it would be physically impossible for him to exhaust the entire supply so soon. Stolen, you say? An unfortunate turn of events indeed, if not entirely unexpected. You see, the man is something of a genius, and genius is often misunderstood by modest minds. Trust me as I speak from extensive personal experience. Yes, great minds must band together in trying times, lest the realm be deprived of our talents. And so I command you, deliver this parcel to Jean Delane with all speed. Okay. Jean Delane is like a hairstylist person. And he's like, I'm trying to like gather his tools for him so that he can do his stuff again. Okay, I don't know. It was my second interview, and usually when you have a second interview, they're like, people are usually like, oh, then you've got the job. But he said that if I don't receive a phone call by like Friday at 7, then he's chosen a different direction. So I'm just gonna sit here and wait, I guess, while he finishes interviews. Okay, so I have to go to I have to go to Painted Mesa for Indigo Copper Hell. But no, I'll finish Beauty is Only Scalp Deep whenever I go back to Limsa. I know, part of me doesn't want it, but you know, I gotta do what I gotta do, I guess. But I did really good in the interview. Like, I feel like I did the best that I could in the interview. So if I don't get it, it's on them. Let's see, oh, it's somewhere in here? Painted Mesa's in the steppes of Nald. Oh, okay, it's next to the Adventurers Guild. Sunny just brought me something to eat. Maybe I'll eat it. It's some kind of pita wrap with hummus and chicken and some other stuff that I don't know. Honestly, it does make me feel better. Like, one of my biggest problems is that I often put myself down because I don't feel like I did enough. But if I feel like I did the best that I can, then I don't feel that way. I just feel that the person had too high of standards. Looking for Painted Mesa? You found him.
So you're the adventurer who's volunteered to deal with the mess down in Copperbell, are you? I hope you've got skills to go with them, because things ain't pretty down there. The Ecotolentries have left the place in a right state, and nearly a week after mining resumed. I don't know if you know this, but Copperbell was old when the second old dynasty was still young, and it was abandoned centuries ago. If it hadn't been for the storage of materials needed for the rebuilding effort, the concern would never have thought to reopen it. We knew full well about the giants beforehand, but the project went ahead anyway. I mean, nothing could possibly survive being buried under a mountain's worth of rocks over 3 centuries, right? Wrong. Our miners dug up more than they bargained for. One swing of the pickaxe too many, and they found themselves in the company of giants. Unless we can subdue them, the nation's glorious recovery will grind to a halt for want of aught to build with. The stone torches keeping a watch over the entrance in case the giants fancy some sunlight and fresh air. One of them will be able to show you the way in. I hope the nation's resting on you, friend. Best of luck.
You've never been in an interview like that? Like it was just it's just an interview where there was 2 people sitting there, and they just asked me questions, and then I just responded to them, and I had to like think up clever ways to respond, because you know you have to jump through hurdles for these people. Personally, I don't really get it, because it's a minimum wage position, so it shouldn't be so hard to get into for somebody who has a college degree, like myself. But it's how it is. I've never been able to get anything outside of retail work. So, I mean, other than a dishwashing position, I was a dishwasher for a bit, but... okay, so I'm going to... Well, let's see. I don't know exactly where this is. Stone Torch. Oh, it's because I haven't been there yet. Okay. Horizon in Western Thanalan. Okay, so I gotta run all the way to the other side. Well, actually, there's probably a teleport over there. Teleport! I would love to have a gig. Gigs sound fun. I've, never been paid to perform. That would be like a dream of mine. Granted, the only things I know how to play now are well, I sort of know how to play the trumpet, but I'm not good at it anymore because I've lost the skills, like the lip skills for it. I tried picking it up like a while back, but I've just completely lost it. I used to be really good at it. Oh, that's really cool though. I like that. It's awesome. Ooh, that music though. Okay, so where I'm going right now is the 3rd dungeon. So we'll be doing the 3rd dungeon, and this time I'm doing it as a tank. Oh yeah, I mean, if I was able to do something with music that would just like... I don't know, I find music fun. So, like, I guess there's some people who would just see it as hard work, but like I studied music, even though it's not probably what I should have studied, because I never got like, you know, phenomenal at playing anything. But I should have studied programming because I'm kind of naturally gifted at it, but I never did. I studied the wrong things because I just figured music is fun, so I was studying a lot. Well, I was both in band, but I was also, for the most part, I was studying vocal performance. So, right? I'm so good at math. I'm so good at it, but like it leads into like why I'm so good at programming too. Like the same kind of like mental process is used for both, and it's like I should have done it. I should have done it, but I didn't think it was fun. There's been an incident inside Copper Bell Mines. We are here to ensure that its effects are contained, but for your own safety I suggest you stay well away from there. What? You're the adventurer who's volunteered to quell the hecatombs? I didn't think that Papa-Shan would be able to find someone so quickly, if at all. The giants are content to wreak havoc inside the mines for now, but it's only a matter of time before they think to come outside. The sooner you see to them, the better. Make ready as best as you can, and enter at will. Okay. What's that? Yeah, exactly. I was one to like, because I don't really blame my parents too much for it, but like, it's like I was pushed into college too early, and I didn't know better to think, oh, this isn't what's normal, this isn't just like what I'm supposed to do, and it just became what I was supposed to do, and I didn't know what to choose, so I ended up not choosing the right thing. And now I have a nothing degree, because it's not even a performance degree. It's a general studies degree, because I didn't have enough money to finish what I wanted to learn. That's very similar to where I was. I wanted to drop out at 5 years. I wanted desperately to drop out at 5 years. I ended up staying in school for 6 years. And, it's a paper, but it means nothing really. Like I said, I can't even get a minimum wage job, so... Okay. So I'm going to be doing these dungeons with the NPC party, but I'm also going to be doing, just when I'm doing it for, like, story's sake, I'm going to go in with NPCs. But there's, the party, or, there's another thing that, randomly will set you up in random dungeons that you can get, like, extra experience for. And I'll do that later. Yeah. Alright, Copperbell Mines, let's do this. I joined an FC earlier, a free company. If you don't know what that is, it's like it's just like a random group of people in the world who came together and like built like a mini guild, and I joined one. It looks like it has like a few active members right now, very few, but I just wanted to like see if I can find some friends to play with and interact with for the stream's sake. So when there's 3 or more enemies, I use this overpower skill. Oh, I forgot my immunity booster. Because it hits everybody and like deals a good deal of overall damage. But then when there's 2 left, I go into a combo swing. Oh yeah, anybody who plays the game can make one. Can make a free company. They have to, all you have to do is, you have to put forward the money, and then you get, I think, 2 or 3 people to sign a petition, and then you get like an official free company. So like you can have a free company with very few people in it. But yeah. I joined. Oh, one of my players stuck? I think one of them stuck. Oh, okay. Come on, let's go this way. Oh no, I'm encountering a glitch of some kind. They're stuck at the door. Well, this could be bad. No, you can switch. You can always leave a free company and you can start your own, or you can join somebody else's at any time. So this is all very new, so this is honestly kind of expected, sort of, that there would be a glitch like this. But it's sad because it means I'm gonna have to run this with people. Which, I mean, isn't a terrible thing. It's not like end of the world, but just kind of defeats what I was going to do. But yeah, that's okay. So okay. Okay, let's enter with other people. Now we wait. Oh, there you go. That was fast. It's because I'm a tank. If you're a healer or a tank, you get in fast. Free companies, you can always just call them FCs if you want, just FC. Because, yeah, it's just faster to type out. Alright, let me open the party menu real quick. Hello. Alright, let's hope that, well, since I'm a tank, I guess they've gotta follow me, but... Alright, immunity booster real quick. Looks like there's some new party members, so that's cool. Alright. Whoops, I accidentally used the potion. That's not what I intended to do. Let's pick that up. Alright. Going up. I like it. They're letting me do everything, which is cute, fun. I like it. Whatever. Giant Moogle! People are funny. Okay. Oh, this person's wanting to go. Okay. Alright. I'm not gonna do more than 2 pulls because there's a new person here. In fact, I'm a new person here, so calm down. Calm down, Walwinax. I know you're a Moogle who's had some experience with the game. You're doing it, but I did, yeah, it starts at level 1. I spent all night last night getting my character back up to an appropriate level. See, I'm glad I did this, honestly, because I didn't realize that I was gonna get, pushed into, like, doing this with people here. So, like, I'm really glad that I switched to this so that my stick doesn't, like, make major problems for other people. If you look at the bottom right of my hotbar, I've got 2 attacks that are like a combo move. There is not friendly fire in this. Well, no, there isn't friendly fire. I assume there would be friendly fire possibly in like PvP instances. I don't know, but not so much here. Here we go. Kotos. Let's do it. So I've never seen this boss before. This is interesting. This used to not be a boss in this dungeon. Stay out of the AoEs, gosh darn it. Oh, healer trying to lead the way. That is not what healer is supposed to do, but okay. I see you trying to get through this as fast as you can. Okay, so there's a loot system. I am going to vote on what I want. Let's see, need. I'll pass on that. Wait, none of you. I'm the tank. I was voting for things. Stop. Ah. Okay. I'm going back over here. I never was the best tank, so forgive me here, but healer, stop doing this. Definitely giving the DPS is one of my commendation this time around. One of them, I'm not sure which one. Okay, so this one's a fun one. Alright. Oh wait, they changed this one. I don't exactly know how to fight this now, but... Okay, so now, there's going to be new stuff and stuff that I've played before, so I'm never going to know what to expect. I leveled up. I'm not jumping down there, healer. Stop it. What a troll healer. This guy, like, he doesn't even want to, like, help fight. He's just doing dancing while he's not healing. Rude. Alright. You did not need to heal me. I was out of the battle. Okay, need. Read. Pass. Need. Okay, here we go.
Slaves no more. Free. Free.
Watch, the healer just ran in there without me while I'm still in the cutscene. Yep, that's what they did. Oh, okay, okay.
Never again, never.
Oh, I don't know how this boss battle's gonna go now. It's completely different. Okay, let's do it. So, like, I don't actually do that much damage, but, like, my main job here is just to make sure that, okay. It's mostly just to, like, make sure that other people aren't being targeted. But there are times where he's going to target anybody anyway. Okay. Oh, I might not be able to commend anybody. Because they might leave before my cutscene finishes. Oh well, we'll see. Okay, player accommodations. I commend you. There you go. Awesome. Alright. Where the heart is. Okay, so there's a mission right there. I'm gonna pick up these blue missions. Color Your World, I think, is right next to me, actually. So, go pick that up real quick. So we finished the first 3 dungeons, which is like, each land has their own, like, beginner dungeon. And so I just finished the beginner dungeons, and I feel good about it. Okay, so I attuned. Oh, it's way over here in the footfalls. Maybe I shouldn't have gone and picked this up yet, but... You know what? Yeah, I really shouldn't. That's quite a ways away. I will wait on that, because there's plenty that are going to pull me back over there, so... But I will pick up where the heart is. The goblet. Actually, no, I know what it is. It's just another thing that's going to unlock, housing. Another housing place. And I don't need to right now. So, forget that. Boom, boom, boom. They changed up the Marauder class from when I last played the game. You personally can only have one house. You can't have more than one house because there's limited spaces. Okay, so the Adventurers Guild is where I want to go. Oh wait. I can just teleport there with these, right? Ethernet, Adventurers Guild. There you go. Alright, back to Painted Mesa. Oh, what's up, Painted Mesa? Ah, the Conqueror of Copperbell returns. Thanks to you, our mining operations can resume, and Uldar will have the materials she needs to rebuild. The entire nation's in your debt, friend. I'll share the good tidings with Papashan the next time I see him. As for you, you'll want to report to Momodi. It'll do the woman well to see you alive and in one piece. That says no, that does not say ah. Okay? No. Shut your mouth, you thieving little swine. You stole from me. Don't even think to deny it. Please, sir, I didn't steal nothing. I bought this. Paid for it with my own coin. What fraud. You refugees are all the same. Couldn't afford maggoty mole meat, much less a choice cut of dodo. I'm going to say it one more time. Give back what you stole, or I'll make you wish you'd never set foot in this town. By rights, I should turn you over to the Brass Blades, you know. Help keep the streets safe for law-abiding citizens. But I'm a reasonable man. If you agree to serve me in whatever capacity I require, the authorities needn't hear of your crime. But I ain't done nothing wrong. 12 is me witness. Please, adventurer, help me, I beg of ye. I swear on my mother's grave I didn't steal nothing. I bought this with my own coin I'd saved. I only wanted to treat my children to a decent meal. And who the hells are you when you're at home? This dog's master? I've had enough of this mama's farce. You lot, teach them a lesson. Alright, let's do this. Let's kill them all. Death to them all. Axe to the head. As you can see, my stick is definitely acting up right now. There you go. city.
I ain't getting paid enough for this. Hey, where the hell do you think you're going?
Thank you, kind adventurer. Thank you, Trisilver.
I'd swear there were more refugees than when last I looked. And you wouldn't be mistaken. But it's been 5 years since the calamity. It's simple, really. While a number of hamlets survived the immediate aftermath of the calamity, many were no longer able to support their communities. The residents found their lands had either been rendered barren or cut off from trade routes, and problems like those aren't easily solved. Though they tried to make the best of it, it was only a matter of time before they were forced to abandon their homes and seek a new life in the city. I see. But the calamity affected the whole realm, didn't it? Is the same thing happening in the other cities? If the talk is true, yes. Though perhaps our situation is more pronounced. Uldar has a reputation for being prosperous, so it's natural that the refugees would try their luck here first. My heart goes out to them, it truly does, but I would be lying if I said that I wasn't apprehensive. I hope their presence doesn't foment lawlessness in the city. Well, if things do take a turn for the worse, we always have the immortal flames. I dare say the blast blades would welcome their help. The heroes who fought the Gaulian Empire, patrolling the streets for riffraff. May well come to that. Impoverished and desperate as they are, you may be sure that some of the refugees will turn to crime. You know what this place is like. If you've no coin, you've no hope. What will become of our city? Not all refugees are bad, mind you. Some are able to find employment and lead honest lives.
Dodo tenderloins. Get your dodo tenderloins. Guaranteed cheapest in Thanalan. Thank you for your custom, madam. Please come again.
Looking around, you'd think that Uldar was well on its way to recovery. But peer through the veil of prosperity and you'll see no end to the misery and suffering.
Sir? Are you alright?
What now? You mean to threaten a defenseless citizen? What? Saw her buy that meat, you say? That's absurd. Aye, as did I. Leave the poor woman alone, you damnable vulture. Who said that? I will overlook this, but just this once.
Yeah, you don't want to go up against this axe. God bless you, adventurer. If you hadn't come along when you did, who knows what that monster might have done. I don't bear thinking about it. Case closed. Oh, it's Ida. Hello again. We have been keeping a close eye on you ever since you left Gridania. You discharged your duty as envoy impeccably and never once faltered in the face of myriad dangers. But more importantly, you were always ready to help those in need, even if you didn't stand to earn a guild by doing so. You are possessed of all the qualities we seek in an adventurer. Of this we are convinced. Even if you were kind of dragged into that business with the dodo meat. Yes. Thank you, Ida. And then, there is the matter of your gift. I dare say you are curious as to the nature of the vision you bore witness to moments ago. Well, we can help you understand it. You're not the only one with that power, you know. We have a friend who has it too, and we'd love for you to meet her. And meeting her is only the beginning, for we would also have you lend your strength to our cause. In return, we should be glad to assist your adventuring endeavors in whatever way we are able. Should you decide to take us up on our offer, and I sincerely hope you will, pray speak with Momodi. The proprietress of the Quicksand is a good friend of ours. She will tell you where to find us. Wait a minute. We haven't even told you the name of our order. We're the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, defenders of justice. Oh, but don't tell anyone. Except for Momodi, she already knows. Yay! The Scions of that name. It's basically like the team you're a part of for like the entire game. Scenes like that are becoming ever more common, I'm afraid. Don't worry though. If you work hard, you'll probably be alright. Saying that, if you ever find yourself in a spot of bother, come and see me. Just don't go pestering me every time you graze your knee, eh? Of course, I do enjoy hearing tell of a gentleman's words with the womenfolk from time to time. Oh, Averstrom. Sorry to keep you waiting. I was just providing guidance to a fresh-off-the-carriage adventurer. But gods, it's good to see you safe and well. To look at you, no one would ever guess you'd been hard at it with giants in the dark. You're every ilmly adventurer Mion said you'd be, Averstrom. The station master will be overjoyed when he hears the news. Oh, before I forget, there's a lass here who wants a word with you. Didn't actually know your name, but hearing her description, I knew who she meant right away. Thank you for sparing the time. I realize you don't know me, but I've been longing to speak with you for a while now. My name is Edda. I'm an adventurer like you, though I'm not very good at being one, if truth be told. Anyway, I was adventuring with my friends in Gridania when I'm sorry. We were, in Gridania when the leader of our party was killed. His name was Averi, and he and I were to be wed in the spring. You may not remember him, but to say that he remembered you would be an understatement. He would sing your praises from dawn to dusk. He saw you for what you are, you see. An adventurer's adventurer, and swore that he would be like you one day. I believe that he would have succeeded, had a fiend not robbed him of the chance. Since that day, I have thought long and hard about giving up adventuring. But when I think of the man you are, of all that you've achieved, I find that I am inspired just as Aver once was. And so, I've decided to start again as an adventurer. I will go back to the village of my birth and begin my training anew. But I wanted to meet you first, to ask you your name. Averstrom Place. I shan't forget. Thank you, Averstrom Place. I pray that we will meet again. Fare you well. Adventuring can be cruel, bleeding business. Time was I didn't know why anyone would bother. When they first asked me to take charge of the guild here, I didn't want aught to do with you lot. Felt it'd be a right pain in the arse looking after you all. Against my better judgment, I decided to accept the post, and I'm full glad I did. I feel privileged to be a part of your lives. And that goes double for yours, Averstrom. What did you say? You want to know about the Scions of the Seventh Dawn? They're beginning to move in earnest, then. Listen, Averstrom. The Scions ain't no ordinary folk, and the work they do ain't no ordinary work. I know full well how capable you are, but even you would think twice about attempting some of the stuff they do. Knowing that, if you're still certain you want to get involved, I'll tell you what I can. Oh, whoops. Hold on. There you go. So you want to know more then, do you? Well, ain't that a surprise? I swear if I painted certain death on one door and limitless wealth on the other, 9 out of 10 adventurers would go through the first, and the other bloke wouldn't be able to choose on account of being all dawn. Anyway, don't say I didn't warn you. First of all, if you're wondering whether you can trust these Scions to the Seventh Dawn, you can. They're good people who have made it their mission to solve some of Eorzea's most pressing problems. Of course, that ain't no small task, and so they're always looking for dependable individuals to join them. Individuals like you, Averstrom. Now, I've been given leave to tell you where to find the Scions, but you must promise to keep this information to yourself. As you can probably imagine, it's something Eorzea's enemies would very much like to know. The Scions are headquartered in Vesper Bay, out in western Danaland. The place you're looking for is called the Waking Sands. Give your name to whoever's at the entrance and you'll be let in. You're a man in demand, Averstrom, and the days ahead promise to be busy, but I hope you won't forget about them as help make you into the adventurer you are. Drop in and tell them how you're found from time to time, you hear? Right, well, I've said my piece. Off you go. Alright, now I've got to go to Vesper Bay. Alright, let's do it. Over by Horizon. So seeing as they've honestly changed a lot of the questing for the main story in like this early part of the game. A lot of this I'm like new to, honestly. I thought maybe I just was misremembering things, but then when I start going through some of these dungeons and seeing that there's completely new boss battles that I've never seen before, yeah, I don't think I'm misremembering stuff. But I remember Vesper Bay was like one of the worst places to constantly have to go to. And like she said, the base of the Scions is in Vesper Bay, so you have to walk through this place. And hence why these people are on mounts. You have to walk through here. If I don't have a mount yet, this is what I'm forced to do. I should have a mount really soon though. I should be able to start summoning mounts when I join the Scions. But like I said, honestly a lot of this is new to me now, so I don't really know how it's all gonna go. So we'll see. That Color Your World quest should be right here. So I'm gonna pick that up while I'm at it. You there. Yes, you. The decisively unfashionable adventurer. Got to be good. Never in my life have I seen such an unapologetic focus on function at extreme cost of form. The mere sight of you fair makes my eyes bleed. As a lover of all things aesthetically pleasing, I cannot in good conscience allow you to continue roaming the realm in that sorry state. I believe your appearance can yet be salvaged through the use of color. I will teach you how to go about dyeing your outfit, but first I must have a drink. The heat has given me a vicious thirst, and I won't be able to talk for any length of time. Be a dear and buy a bottle of orange juice at the stall by the northern gates, would you? Once I have moistened my throat, we shall see to the business of remedying your appearance. By the northern gate? Is that like way over here? Might be. Maybe I have some orange juice on me. I don't know. Let me see. Oh dear, dear, dear. This will never do. My sense of aesthetics simply won't allow it. How can you go out dressed like that? My dear, if only you'd spare a thought for style and coordination. I hope your guard holds up during a scuffle, 'cause there's little else going for it. That's it, I've made up my mind. From this day forth, I'll take it upon myself to save you from any more fashion disasters. Let me see. So much that needs to be addressed. Where to even begin? Be a dear and get me a drink. I'm feeling rather parched, and this is a matter best discussed over a glass of something cold. Just go to the paste and ask Folkland. I'll have some blood orange juice and tell her to make sure there's no pulp in it. Now off you go. Okay. Oh, Swergim sent you, did she? That woman, I've never known anyone so lazy. Would it kill her to come and get it herself? Here you are. Shouldn't let her push you around, you know. Give her an ailment, she'll take 'em home. Got that drink coming along. Here's some blood orange juice for you. Oh, delicious! Nothing better on a hot day. Some say I have expensive tastes, but life is too short to settle for second best. Of course, this extends to my choice of wardrobe, too. Now that I'm feeling refreshed, shall we get started? Do you know, dear, you'd look a lot less drab if you knew how to apply glamours. What's a glamour, you ask? Well, they use the glamour prism as a catalyst to project the image of one item onto another. It's just an illusion, mind, but very convincing. This means the original subject stays essentially the same. Just takes on a new appearance, that's all. Remember, if you fancy a change, you don't have to stick with the same glamour. Just apply another one on top, or use a glamour dispeller to return the object to normal. Why sacrifice style for such humdrum trifles as durability or protection from bodily harm? Limitless possibilities for self-expression are just a couple of glamours away. Go ahead, give it a try. Do make it quick, dear, for my sake. I'm finding your uninspired outfit more and more offensive with each passing moment. Geez, she's rude. So, glamours are basically like you can make your outfits look like different outfits if you have the right items. I hardly ever use it, but people... This is like when you've finished all the content that you can finish in the game. Like there's people who have been on this game for so many years, and like they've completed everything there is to complete. So once you do that, those people always say that post game is really just like a glamour contest. You just try to make the best glamours you can. I've never gotten to that point, so I've never felt really the need for glamours, but. Deep in the desert of my heart, a lonely flower blooms, yearning for the heavens above to quench my thirst for you. Ah! I would thank you not to sneak up on me like that. Now, please be advised that this is private property. Unless you have pertinent business here, I must ask you to... Here at the behest of Ida and Papalymo. My sincerest apologies. May I please have your name? Haverstrom Place. Haverstrom Place. Oh, here you are. I bid you welcome to the Waking Sands, headquarters of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. My name is Tartaru, and I look forward to assisting you during your time with us. The antecedent is within the solar. I shall let her know to expect you. Welcome to one of the main characters. Tartaru's like so adorable. I love Tartaru. She's the best. This game does a lot of like, there are characters that you'll come across in this game that you won't expect are like main characters, because like they get introduced so passively, but then they become like really important later. Excuse me, I just had a hiccup. I take it you are Haverstrom Place. Tartaru sent word that you've arrived. Lady Menphilia has eagerly awaited your coming. This way, if you please. Ooh, let's see. None of those are good. Okay.
So you're the adventurer of whom I've heard so much. Well met, friend. My name is Menphilia, and I lead the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. I have awaited your coming. Please, be at ease. You are among friends here. No doubt you are ripe to burst with questions. But have patience. All will be revealed in time. First, let me begin by telling you who we are and what we do. We are the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, an order that transcends political boundaries. Our single objective is the preservation of the future of Eorzea. Among our gravest concerns are the godlike beings known as the Primals. Their existence is a bane upon Eorzea, nay, the world at large, and we have striven to find a lasting solution to the threat they pose. Our order is home to a number of individuals who, like you, possess a rare and special talent. This talent takes various forms, but one holds particular interest for us. Tell me, have you ever experienced a sudden, inexplicable loss of consciousness? Have you ever had the sensation of being pulled away from reality? Felt as though you were hovering in space, a mind without a body? All these things are the manifestations of your talent. Yours is the power to transcend the boundaries of the soul, a power known as the Echo. The Echo allows you to pass through the walls of a man's soul and hear the resonations of his past. You will be there in his memories and see things as he saw them. You may even interact with that which you see, though you cannot change the outcome of events. For another blessing, the Echo will enable you to know a man's mind even if you cannot comprehend his words. In short, the Echo is a truly extraordinary power, and this power is strong within you. It is only a shame that we cannot use it whensoever we choose. That's right. I too possess the echo. With that established, let us return to the subject of the primals. So long as they exist, the realm cannot take so much as a single step towards true peace. Measures must be taken. Measures which transcend boundaries, be they of faction, race, language, or creed. And to do so, the Scions require the aid of those with our talent. Make no mistake, the Echo will be instrumental in dealing with the primal threat. Without it, we cannot hope to save the realm. I know not what it is you desire for yourself, nor what it was that first brought you to Eorzea, but I firmly believe that the power we possess was given to us for a purpose. Why else would the gods entrust man with a gift so extraordinary, if not to have him use it? And so I implore you, lend us your power.
Naturally, your aid will not go unrewarded. We are fortunate to have a number of influential allies, and at a word from me, they will gladly afford you certain privileges that might otherwise be denied you. The right to employ retainers, for example. Are you familiar with them? They are individuals who may be relied upon to manage your assets and belongings on your behalf. The papers you requested, my lady. Thank you, Tartaru. The pleasure is mine, my lady. By way of a welcoming gift, I have taken the liberty of adding your name to the Retainer's registry. As of now, you are entitled to employ the services of a retainer. You will need to consult a retainer vocate regarding the particulars of this arrangement, but believe me when I say that retainers will prove invaluable to you in your adventuring endeavors. Let this gesture serve as evidence of our commitment to do all in our power to facilitate your personal objectives. In return, we ask that you aid us to the fullest extent of your talents. A mutually beneficial relationship, I am sure you will agree, and one which serves the greater good besides. Well, that was a veritable lecture, was it not? Forgive me, but it is important that all concerned are aware of what is expected of them. Now you know our purpose and what we can offer you. I invite you to consider joining us. When you have come to a decision, you may tell me without fear of censure. In good faith, I shall entrust you with our order's password, which our members use to reach one another when afield. It is Wild Rose. Pray keep it safe. That is a shout out or a callback to Final Fantasy II, where at the beginning of the game you learn a password called Wild Rose. It's funny. We Scions have but one objective: to safeguard the future of Eorzea. Among our gravest concerns are the godlike beings known as the Primals. Long have we striven to find a lasting solution to the threat they pose. I know not what it is you desire for yourself, nor what it was that first brought you to Eorzea, but I firmly believe that the power we possess was given to us for a purpose. Pray consider this when you give me your answer, Avistrom. I will go whither the wild bloom blow.
I take it you will help us. Wonderful! I knew you wouldn't let us down. But come, I would introduce you to your friends in the Order. Tell me, does the name Sharlayan ring any bells? It used to be one of Eorzea's 6 city-states, and was situated in the northwest of Aldenard. The Sharlayans were the keepers of wisdom both old and new, Their mastery over magic and ether was unsurpassed, and even the Garleans knew to fear them. Among their number, there were a noble few who devoted their lives to safeguarding the future of Eorzea. When the realm began its descent into chaos, and their countrymen fled for the motherland, they alone chose to remain here. These noble men and women were called the Archons. Those same brave souls stand before you now. The masked woman is Ida, and beside her is Popalimo. The two are charged with surveying the Twelveswood.
Hello there.
Welcome. I had every confidence that you would agree to help us.
Me too. Okay, my turn to introduce someone. That there is Thancred.
He is our man here in Ul'dah, Jewel of the Desert.
Welcome to the team. If I may, the lovely maiden beside me is named Y'shtola. Limsa Lominsa has the pleasure of being under her care.
Greetings. Last but not least is Urianger, who presides over all affairs within these halls. Pray seek him out whenever you have questions.
Dawn may banish even the darkest night. The words of a dear friend. I am glad of our meeting.
At the Battle of Carteneau, our leader was taken from us. But we did not stray from our purpose. We sought out Minfilia and others with her talent, and together established the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
Along with the Archons, those blessed with the Echo play a pivotal role in our endeavor to forge a brighter tomorrow for the realm. Oh, I should also introduce you to Tataru, our clerk. She ensures that everything runs smoothly.
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
In time, I hope you will come to think of us as family. But without further ado, I would assign you your first task. Urianger, have the documents arrived from the students of Baldessian?
Aye, my lady. They arrived but recently.
We have received a request for aid from the Immortal Flames. Thancred, would you do the honors?
It would be my pleasure. Some days ago, a crystal caravan registered to Amagina and Sons mineral concern was waylaid and divested of its cargo. But there is more. Within a bell of the robbery, several people were reported missing from the shantytown outside the city.
At a glance, one would assume the involvement of bandits, kidnappers, and coincidence. Such crimes are hardly uncommon, and the Immortal Flames deal with their like almost every day. However, this time we have reason to believe that a primal is involved.
Aye, the evidence left behind implicates the Emoja, who are known worshippers of Ifrit. If we then consider the objects that were taken, there is no room left for doubt. The crimes were committed in the name of a primal.
That you may better understand the nature of our struggle with the primals, I would have you play the leading role in this investigation. You have my thanks. If there is aught you wish to know, I recommend you speak with Thancred. He is well versed in the affairs of Ul'dah.
Ever at your service, dear fellow.
Alright, Thancred. Ready to begin, are we? Asked the spirit.
So then, your mission is to investigate a crystal robbery and a spate of abductions. Crimes which we believe to be connected. Assuming we are correct, it is like that any discoveries we make in relation to one will further our understanding of the other. Now, since the attack on our caravan, our friends at Almagina and Sons Mineral Concern have doubled security over all their shipments. In light of this, it is my judgment that the abductions should be our priority. According to our preliminary findings, the majority of the missing were last seen in the vicinity of Camp Drybone, so that would seem a fine place to begin. A fellow by the name of Isambard serves as the camp's de facto leader. Pay him a visit and see that he gives us his full cooperation.
Sweet. Okay, so all of that introduction stuff was not there originally. So, like, that was just wild for me. I was like, whoa, this is so sweet. And also, Tataru didn't have a voice for, like, the longest time. I honestly can't even remember the last time I heard Tataru speak. So that was very interesting. I'm hoping that they cut down on having to travel to the Waking Sands all the time. Probably not, but we'll see. We'll see what they do. Alright, so speak with Isambard at Camp Drybone. I'm pretty sure I don't have the teleport. Yeah. So... Ooh, how do I get there? Oof, okay, so I gotta go through Central Thanalan. I'm decently close to that. And then I can get the Blackbrush Station attuned, and then I can attune at that Aetheryte when I get to the quest. Okay, so now you get to see a lot of the Desertland stuff. I mean, you saw a little bit on my way to, here, but I'll be going through one of the larger fields, Central Thanalan. Can't believe I'm already almost to level 30. That ring's almost gonna do no good in a little bit. Hello. Oh, you know what? I have another controller that I can use with this game. And I probably should. It's a wired controller. Oops, I'm going the wrong way. I just gotta find it somewhere. I keep forgetting about it, I don't know why. It's like, it's an off-brand controller, but like it's so tiny, it feels cute. I don't know how something can feel cute, but it feels cute. Oh wait, no, I can't use that controller. I realized, because it doesn't have a headset port. So, I wouldn't be able to speak with my headset. Or hear with my headset. How unfortunate. How unfortunate. Forging the Spirit? Oh, that's the, Materia quest. I'm not interested in that right now. I don't know. Maybe I should pick it up. No, I'm not interested right now. I hardly ever use materia. Materia are like little things to like put on your equipment to make your equipment more powerful. Which is very, very necessary to do late game. But like, when you're at this point of the game, it's just like, meh. It's not often that you find any, that you find gear that even has materia slots on it. Looks like I have 2 things, but nope, just this one actually. Yeah, just the pants. I'll be back here, so I don't need to worry about the materia quest right now. Okay, now to Eastern Thanalan. Ugh, long walk. They really, really should, like, implement something to give you a mount at this point of the game. It's unconscionable. Unconscionable. Oh, there's a kitty eating food. Isn't she cute? I want to look at my hunting log. Is there like one? There is. There's one that I'm missing. Let's see what it is. The wild wolf in Upper Lenosha. Okay. I'm probably going to be going back through all of these places that I've already been to do the hunting log later. But as it stands, I am pretty, Actually, I don't know. Let me check real quick. Yeah, I'm 10 levels over leveled for the main story quests. Alright, Isambard. Hi there. Hi, I'm Isambard. Here to search for the missing folk, I take it. Amphilia sent word that an adventurer fitting your description would be along. She also warned us to be wary of the Amalja. It seems we know who the culprits are, at the very least. Now, I bear no official title at this camp, but the people here have come to look to me for leadership. You have my word that I'll do all I can to help see the victims safely returned. Let me check my, my free company real quick, see if Nope, I'm still the only person playing. Oh well. Oh, it looks like somebody was on an hour ago and I didn't say hi. It's because of this novice network. I need to get off of it. Let me see. Chat log settings. Oh, I could add like a tone if somebody on the free company says something. Let's do that. Yeah. Type 2. That'll work. Let's do something for party as well. Good. Uh-oh. My chat says hello. I don't want to accidentally say that. Here. Okay. Oh, lets me talk to him again. Let's just get right to it then. Menphilia names the Amalja culprits in all this. You would do well to investigate them first. Much harm hath been levied on these lands by Amalja hands. The flames burn where they might, but their light cannot stay the darkness in all places at all times. There have been brutal murders of callers at the church of Saint Doma Landama, in innocents wishing no more than to pay their respects to the dead. I would see to the deed before Mongols catch their scent, but I know not if the Amalja still linger. Would you secure their remains for me, friend? You'll find them on the eastern road. 12 willing, you may even come to learn something of what the Amalja seek in this area. Alright, will do. Oh, I didn't attune to the crystal. Let's do that. If I don't attune to it when I think about it, then I'll just forget about it, and then I'll just be like, oh no, I didn't attune. Now I can't teleport. Alright, let's do this. Ooh, smackety-doo-dog you. Yeah, smack. Oh, I finally got a third part to my combo move. That's awesome. I'm going to configure that real quick on my hotbar. Yeah, that should work. Ripe corpses. This it doesn't sit right with me to call a corpse ripe. It like makes my insides wanna like die. I'm like, no. And by insights, I mean my brain. I'm just like, no. I don't like it. It is good to see you return. Were you able to secure the remains of our fallen? Yeah. I think that's probably what they mean, ripe as in bad smelling, but like, I don't like to think of that either. Nope, just say corpses, really. I don't need the ripe. With the bodies given back proper to the earth, the souls will find the way across to the other side. You have done a noble deed this day. I thank you.
Now then, what of the Emulsia? Did you see any? Surely such massive monstrosities as they cannot conceal their presence, much less take their quarry unawares. Also, there were Emulsia remaining after all. I feared as much. Their part in the lowborn disappearing is all but confirmed, but I sense there's more to this than meets the eye. The occasional Emulsia raiding party would not account for people going missing in these kinds of numbers. The total is too great, and the questions too many. It would not surprise me in the least to learn of another hand in this. But whose? Countless travelers pass through Drybone every day, and even if it were one among them, how would we best discover who may be implicit in these vanishings? What say we turn an eye to the common folk themselves? Maybe among them that we can find the reasons for these vanishings. Well, forbid it so. There is a merchant by the name of Ungust, who was born here in Drybone and grew up in the Golden Bazaar. A rough character, but he knows the people here better than anyone else. I'd wager him at the inn, quaffing away the day's earnings. Here, I'll write a note for you to show him, else he's not like to speak to you. Well, God be damned. You're that bloody adventurer who threatened me back in Uldar. What in the 7 L's do you want with me now? Meh. Dear friend, missing people, please help. Yours isn't bothering. Folk around here are as wary as they come. They'll turn tail and run if you so much as pass wind nearby. Played them off for fools and coaxed some hard labor out of them, I did. If anything, they're even more timid than before. What with all the disappearances, you can go talk to them yourself if you don't believe me.
Okay, I don't believe you. Look, fat Moogle. Fat Moogle. Isn't she beautiful? The beautiful fat Moogle. Please, sir, just leave me be. I've nothing to say but this. I'll take who or whatever's been feeding off us little folk.
What do you want from me? I don't know anything, I swear. Please don't kill me.
People are so uncooperative.
Just as I told you, wasn't it? The whole lot of them are terrified. There have been talk of folk getting abducted, but if you ask me, they simply up and moved on to a better place. This place isn't exactly Costa del Sols, if you know what I'm saying.
Bleh. I don't like that guy.
Welcome back, Everstrom. Have you learned aught of import? I see. I suppose I should have expected as much from Ungus. Well, another thought occurred to me in your absence. The common folk are nothing if not fervent in their religious beliefs. Perhaps they speak freely to their gods, and the clergy may know something of use. If we would know what the common folk speak of to their gods, we've no better place to ask than at the Church of Saint Adama Landama. It is a small and humble church found to the northwest of here. And so long as you are headed there, might I ask you to deliver this embalmed corpse? A morbid request, I grant you, but it must be borne to burial, and I trust none more than you to see it done. Seek out a man named Marcus. He tends the graves of the Lich Yard. He will tell you where the body is to be interred. Marcus. The Church of Saint Adamalanaba. I love the name. I am Marcus, yes. Body. Of course. There have been so many bodies of late. I apologize, sir. If you seek a place of burial, then there is an empty grave atop the ridge. Take the path and lay him up to rest there. Okay. Ah. It's a dead body. Okay. May they all walk in Thal's realm. What? Missing people? I'm afraid I cannot help you. Maybe Sister Orson can. She has been kind to me. Everyone has been so kind. I don't know why though. Pardon me. You will find Sister Orson within the church walls. I hear you have done us the service of burying a fallen soul. Please accept our gratitude and extend it to Isambard when you next see him. You seek knowledge of missing tribone inhabitants. It is true, I am closer to the people than any other of the order. Confide in them, and they in me. When they wish to speak to their keeper, Thal, I am the medium through which they do. Should I learn anything pertinent, I will be sure to share the information with you. I only wish Marquis would be more helpful in the matter. I pray he did nothing to offend. He saw terrible things during the calamity. His scars run deep. Indeed, he seems to now prefer the company of the dead over the living. While tragic, I fear such behavior ill befits the church. I received word not long ago that one of our recent visitors, a man called Thancred, I believe, took offense at his conduct. I must have words with Marquis, and soon. Hey, a behemoth. Thank you, Everstone. A burial is no easy thing, even when the departed is a stranger. Were you able to learn aught of the missing common folk? You've been keeping yourself rather busy of late, haven't you, Everstone? A pleasure, my dear Isambard. The name is Thancred, and I share a passion with you and our mutual friend here for learning what has become of these missing persons, and why. I too spoke with Ungus, more times than I care to count. There seems to be some truth to this notion of the common folk speaking their secrets only to those in service of the gods. prostration, prayer, penance. Abject deeds done behind closed doors, away from prying eyes. Who better to take the pious unawares than she who takes confession? The good Sister Orson herself. Orson? She wouldn't. She couldn't. Even the most beautiful roses have thorns, my friend. And you would be wise to keep an eye to this rose. Still, the Lich Keeper Marquis. I'd swear to the 12 I've seen that face elsewhere before. Sister Orson. It cannot be. Though she is wont to travel to the Golden Bazaar on her own, and 'tis not uncommon to see her speaking to the children. But no, it could not be she, could it? I grow weary of these suspicions. I know there is one child in particular she is fond of. Pray seek out the boy, Everstrom, and see if you cannot glean something from him about Orson's activities.
Sister Orson, are you a kidnapper? And you sit there talking about Marcus as if he's terrible for the church. Girl, please. Where am I going? Oh, the Golden Bazaar, okay. I remember there being like a fallen city over here that had like a bunch of monsters in it, and I was like, is that where I'm going right now? Oh, hi viewer. Welcome to the stream. I'm in the middle of doing story content. So, yeah. Feel free to say hi. I like having conversations. Let's see. Uncooned. Please help. Sister Orson went out all on her own and hasn't come back. She always reads to me right here about Thal and the Order and the other side. I told her I lost my shiny thing and she went looking for it. But what if the monsters outside hurt her? Please find her. Okay. I'll go find this, this woman who is potentially kidnapping people. Let's see. Ha. Ah, down with one strike. Alright, Orson, what's up? You are the one from the church. Thank goodness you arrived when you did. It seems my gratitude is yours yet again. You spoke with the child? Yes, well, I was able to find his lost trinket. It is a ring given him by his mother before she passed. I will see it safely back to him. I have my suspicions. Something, it must be true, because Thancred is Thancred, and Thancred is lovely. I swear, like, a lot of this, a lot of the plot in this game, like, is just noticeably overhauled. And I'm sure it's all done to like make it, you know, more seamless with like the later game content, but like I don't know, it feels good. It feels pretty good. Not so much bogged down as it used to be. But I want a mount for this content. Let me ride a mount at this point. Come on. I think if it's the same, I don't know, but I think it's like a level 20 quest that gets you your chocobo, possibly. And I'm at like level 18 right now. Let's see. Oh, I could have just teleported. What was I doing? It gave me time to talk. New viewer, if you want to give me a follow, you can, or if you're already following, you can say whatever you like, and I'll be sure to say hi, and that I'm thankful that you're here. Sister Orson was attacked outside the Golden Bazaar. God forfend. I will secure a room at the inn for her should she require any rest. Searching for the mementos of orphans, and risking her own well-being in doing no less. Certainly not the dastardly deeds Thancred would have us believe. Sweet! Level up. Did I get a skill? Nope, no skill. Okay. I am well glad I reserved that inn room for Sister Orson. Seems she's received greater injuries from her attackers than she initially let on. Thankfully, she is expected to make a full recovery. But now, on to the matter at hand. Thancred came looking for you once more. He left word that he will be waiting at the Emulsia encampment to the southeast. I pray the two of you are able to uncover some evidence regarding these disappearances. Okay. Well, southeast, so that's way over here. I'm pretty sure, I don't know what I'm saying. It's literally just been so long. So long. I like how I'm so, like, over-leveled for this place. Level 28, and everything's, like, level 15. I really... Well, I mean, I guess it doesn't matter that much, but... It's kind of bothering me that there's always stuff popping up in the chat because of, the novice network that I'm signed on to. Really need to get off of that. Don't exactly remember how, though. Do I... Hold on, let me check real quick. Social... No. No, I'll figure it out later. But at least I have little bells that play whenever something important is on the chat. Okay, Thancred, what's up? Ah, there you are, Iverstrom. So good of you to come. Indeed, I've heard all about good Sister Orson. Isambard said her wounds were serious. It would seem my suspicions about the poor Rose were misplaced. But false though they were, perhaps my suspicions were not entirely without merit. While I was following Sister Orson near the Golden Bazaar, a band of Amalja caught my eye. I tracked them as far as its encampment, but, well, let us say that I would much prefer to keep my distance and remain here. This, of course, brings me to why I requested you, dear Averstrom. Would you be so kind as to take a look inside? Will do. Will do. He says that like it's just like a... Would you like to go just, like, look in this building real quick? See if there's anything there. Oh, no? Okay. No, instead there's just a bunch of Amalja beefcakes here. go down in 3 swings. I guess that's fine. So, viewer, just letting you know, like, my actual, like, main class that I typically play as is healer. That's what I'm usually best at. But I'm not playing healer right now simply because, my left stick on my controller is acting up. So it kind of interrupts with a lot of my, my casting. So, I'm playing a class instead that doesn't have casting times, so. Well, did anything tickle your fancy? Sure did. This leaflet. See the wealth of Nald to the hands of your children. Looks to be some sort of assembly to provide the poor with work. The lettering, though, atrocious, is it not? And these bits about Nald Thal seem somewhat less than studied. I find it hard to believe one among the Order penned this. Pray, take this to the inn at Camp Drybone. Let us see what Miss Sister Orson thinks of it. Okay. Should I... You know what, I'm just gonna teleport. I know it's silly, but... I'm not gonna walk that again. Alright, if I wasn't already over leveled, I would probably do some challenge log stuff for dungeons, but, I don't know, I only have the first 3 dungeons unlocked right now, and I already did the, what's it, oh, I'm in the wrong place. Sister Orson's in the inn, so I'm gonna go back down. Wonderful. The map was misleading, I swear. Where is she? There she is. My savior comes again. To what do I owe this honor this day? What is this? Blasphemous. These are not our teachings at all. This was not made by any true brother or sister of the Order. Of that I can assure you. Come to think of it, weeks ago, the church was plagued by missing garments. Could someone be posing as a priest of the Order to deceive the people? The plot thickens, Averstrom. Our culprit pretends to be a priest to lend credence to his deception. There's no doubt an irony in there somewhere. But I suspect we have a worthy adversary on our hands. I shall consider how best to handle this. For now, tell Isambard what we have learned here. Okay. Isambard will be happy to know Sister Orson is not to blame for whatever. Blah, blah, blah. Posing as a priest. To think. These troubling notions aside, it is gratifying to finally be able to move this investigation forward. Thank you once again, Averstrom. I shall keep my ears and eyes open, now more than ever. Ooh, okay, so... Disciple of War... Let's go with Disciple of War. Oh, it didn't even change anything. Oh man, because of these. Wait, hold on. Let me see if there's no, I think I'm just gonna have to deal with what I've got right now. Oh well. I'm afraid I have not seen any unusual activity, nor have any at this camp given me cause to doubt them. But unless we can identify the culprit, and soon,
more innocents will fall victim. Do not despair just yet, my friend. An idea occurs to me. Our suspect has been posing as a priest, using leaflets bearing false promises to lure the poor. Let Avistrom and me serve with like by posing as impoverished souls in need of succor. I dare to hope that this will yield us the answers we seek. It will be a dangerous undertaking, but you two are more than capable of looking after yourselves. I'm next to useless in battle, but I can supply the garments for the disguise. These old tunics and slops should serve your needs, so long as you don't find the smell in the stains. These will serve very well. You have my thanks. Listen, Avistrom. So as to lay the foundation for our little ploy, we must make it widely known that more vagrants have arrived at camp and are desperate for coin. To this end, I want you to don the old garments Isambard has lent us and beg for work around the camp. Before long, the false priest should catch wind and approach us.
Excellent. Can do. I am very good at looking poor. Alright. Let's be poor. Body... Is it this? I think it's that. Weathered shepherds... Maybe it's not. Hold on. Oh, yeah, okay, I think it is. Okay, cool. And you are? Another refugee by the looks of you. The immortal flames have neither work nor corn for your like. Begone, and see to it you don't make a nuisance of yourself. Rude. I preach the teachings of Izima, the warden. Hast thou come to partake of the honey of her wisdom? Izima is keeper of the sun and goddess of inquiry. All is laid bare beneath the light of her divine countenance. Upon thy heart to this light, needy child, and thou shalt want for naught till the end of days. Okay, so I am totally going to like finish the mystery of this place first before I quit, but I see I'm already at 3 hours, but I'll keep going. I'll keep going for now. And I was about to get to the good part. Looking for work, you say? Sorry, but we don't have any openings. Now get out of here so I can finish my story. Go. I think there's one, there might be one inside here and then one above. Yeah. Ermagerd. Sorry. Greetings, good sir. Is there aught I might assist you with? Oh, I don't believe there is. I'm afraid our wares are very expensive. Mayhap you should rejoin your fellows out at the pond, north of Sandgate? I wasn't asking how expensive your wares were. What is it? God, it's not again. Look, being poor doesn't give you the right to pester whomever you like. Why don't you keep with your own kind out by that muddy pond of yours at Drybone? These people are rude. Let's not do that anymore. Okay. There's quite a knack for being a nuisance, Avistrom. The camp is abuzz with talk of newly arrived vagrants. And though we were unable to attract our wayward transgressor, we were able to learn that the poor have a commune by the pond north of Sandgate, to the east of here. The eyes of the authorities do not reach that place, rather ideal for spiriting away hapless souls. Let us go there, wait for the kindly priest to come and offer us aid and comfort.
Needless to say, you'll need to remain in disguise.
I need to remain in disguise. Oh gosh. Darn it. I just took it off. Okay. Going back up then. Wait, is it... Oh, okay, it's way over there. A mount would be helpful. I swear I've done too much in the game already to not have a mount. Just too much. Too much. I think they've already cut down on a lot of the travel too. Like, I think at this point in the game, I think that I traveled a lot to Aether Bay. To go to the Scion hideout. And I think they already cut a lot of that out, which is... Gosh, so great. So great. I could be wrong, though. Could be wrong. A fine morning for catching false priests, wouldn't you say? You look absolutely smashing, Aberstrom. Positively dressed for deception. All that's left then is to wait for our glory to appear. Oh, you poor unfortunate souls. This is no way for men to live. No way at all. Who are you and what do you want? Be at ease, child, for I mean you no harm. I am a priest of the Order of Nald Paul, and I come to offer you succor. This leaflet bears the teachings of Nald. Trust to them, and they will surely set you free from the shackles of Penury? I do not know that word. A tempting offer, but I'm afraid I must decline. On account of that atrocious performance, it would have made a god's awful murmur. Ungust. What? How did you know? You bastards tricked me. Please, don't hurt me. I was only doing it to protect my people. Is that so? Do continue. Very well. I am a man of the Golden Bazaar, born there, raised there if not born. Some moons ago, the Emulger raids began. They would appear certain as a sandstorm, and plunder and pillage at will. Our defenders couldn't stand against them, few as they were. Everyone lived in fear. I wanted to save my people, but being a merchant was all I knew, and so I did the only thing a merchant could. I approached the Emulger in hopes of brokering a deal. In return for sparing the Golden Bazaar, they made demands, outrageous ones. Demands? Of what kind, pray tell? First of all, they wanted a schedule for crystal shipments from the Nanawo mines. For this, I bribed one of the workers to leak me the information. Next, they wanted me to bring them people. So I posed as a priest to lure in the vulnerable, give them over to the Emulger. I didn't have a choice. Protecting one's home is a noble thing, but at the cost of innocence. You could have sought the aid of the immortal flames, yet you did not. I suspect you are not telling me the full story. What made you sell out your own people? Speak. The moon was good. What did you say? The coin was good, I said. I could sell more meat for a score of lifetimes and not see even a fraction of what the Emulger pay me. You sacrificed innocence so that you could line your own pockets. Words fail to express the contempt I feel for you. Spare me your contempt. If you want to blame someone for the mess the world's in, then blame yourselves or the gods. Wolf, not you again. Were you the one leaking the immortal flames patrol routes to the enemy as well? Spit it out. No! I know nothing about that, I swear it.
At this stage, I'm rather disinclined to believe aught that leaves your mouth. But no matter. There'll be time enough to learn the truth. Averstrom, be a good man and take word of these developments to Minfilia, would you? I shall prize everything I can out of this filth. The abductees are still out there somewhere. Our foremost priority is to rescue them.
Okay, so I've got to go back to the Waking Sands before everything's finished. Okay. Oh, darn. Wait, I want to see if they gave me, I remember in the past, they gave you, like, messages, or like, things to just... Oh, Vesper Bay. Oh, I said Aether Bay earlier, didn't I? Yeah, Vesper Bay. Okay, I can just use this. Excellent. Okay, Vesper Bay, back to Minfilia. Minfilia is one of my favorite characters. I just wish she would do more. Hi, Tataru. Hello. Welcome back, Averstrom. I am pleased that you and Thancred have been getting along. I see. You have done well to uncover the truth. My thanks for the report. As Thancred said, we must ascertain where the abducted were taken, and none but the Emulsion know the answer. Suffice it to say, they will not willingly part with this information. I fear blood will be spilled before all is said and done. Though we seek a peaceful solution to the primary problem, we must needs be ready to fight for a cause. That you might take to the field suitably prepared, I would have you meet with a goblin acquaintance of mine. His name is Mutimix Bubblypots, and he is a scholar of no small repute. Mutimix is renowned for having introduced a revolutionary method of enhancing equipment to Eorzea. The knowledge of this method was once a closely guarded secret, but thanks to Mutimix and his students, it has now been disseminated to the great benefit of all the realm. It would serve you well to acquire an understanding of the process. For this purpose, I shall lend you a blade. Take it to Mutimix, and bid him to use it to demonstrate his craft to you. Mutimix is ever to be found at his camp in central Thanalan, a place known as the Bonfire. Look for a pillar of smoke. The way will become clear. Oh, see, it makes any way to do the Materia stuff, so I'm gonna end up walking to that quest anyway. So it was a good thing that I didn't do it earlier. Blackbrush Station, I think is where I need to go. Okay, so he's up here, so we'll just do that real quick. Bunch of giant ants. I actually like have a fear of giant ants, honestly. Not as bad a fear of giant ants as I do giant spiders, but giant ants are like, they look scary to me. I'm just okay, let's go talk to this guy first, see what he's doing, because I didn't realize that this is Let's see. What would you say if I told you that inanimate objects can possess a soul? Well, they can, believe it or not, although the soul in question is not their own, but that of their owner. Through faithful service, the arms and armor that we use come to hold our spiritual energy. Thus do we form a spirit bond. The spiritual energy can be drawn out and converted into materia, a special kind of crystal that can be attached to gear to enhance its properties. I am well versed in the ways of materia extraction. If you wish to learn more about the process, it would be my pleasure to teach you. You are ready to commence your learning? Good. As you will have gathered by now, materia is the crystallized form of one's spiritual energy. As this energy is derived from an individual's psyche, a volatile beast at the best of times, a degree of variance is to be expected in its production. In practice, this means that you won't know the exact properties of a stone until you cradle it in your hands. Now, materia won't grant you much of anything on its own. Its power must be tapped, see, and this is achieved by melding it to gear. Know, though, that it takes the deft hands of a craftsman to meld materia. You can always seek others to attach materia on your behalf, but if you would sooner do it yourself, I recommend you speak with Phobos. Melding is her field of expertise. Okay, so what's her requirement? Let me see. I have to have Disciple of the Hand. Okay. Got it. Is this a player? No, it's not. Who is a blender come to tendering of Mutimix bubbly pots? Fighty Tool drinks in Fighty Tool drinks in Aries. Oh wait, no, I don't know who that is. Oh, okay. When full of airy self, Fighty Tool changes to stony shine. Name of Materia. If Materia join with other Fighty Tool, then Big Eyes, Fighty Tool gains power of airy self. Mutimix is reckoning that Uplander is friend of Nymphilia. Yes, tongue flaps reach ears of Mutimix with fastness. Nymphilia wants Uplander to see power of Materia. Uplander brings Fighty Tool to Mutimix, yes. Fighty Tool is unstrong as Easy Tool. Make good teaching show of power and material. The Materia Master. Now eyes of Uplander point at Fighty Tool, yes? Materia join with Fighty Tool. Fighty Tool gains power of Materia. Fighty Tool reborn. Here, Uplander, take Fighty Tool to Nymphilia.
Materia, strictly speaking, is a kind of crystal. It is created by drawing out the etheric constituents from a piece of equipment and then crystallizing it.
Not just any old equipment will serve, mind you. It must have sufficient spirit bond, that being a measure of how fully an item has been imbued with its owner's spirit. When you attach a piece of materia to gear, you imbue the host item with its power. That's how Master Mutimix turned that dagger of yours from somewhat as would have struggled to cut steak into a weapon with Wilden. Uplander wishes to be joiner of Materia? Then Uplander best fill brain case with knowings of crafty making. With knowings of crafty making, Uplander can become joiner of Materia. If Uplander wants brain case to rattle with knowings of Materia, Uplander best trade tongue class with learning ones of Mutimix. Okay then, I just need to bring it back to Nymphilia. For that, I am going to use that teleport thing again. Note that they give you 12 of these. They give you 12 of these for this exact reason. That you constantly have to go back to that survey. But, I'm just thankful that they have these. Because if they didn't, then life would be hard. Well, it looks like I unlocked the quest for Halatali. Halatali is another dungeon. Let me go ahead and accept that quest. Hello there, adventurer. I'm Nedrick Ironheart, an explorer by trade and a scion by allegiance. And you, my friend, look to me an adventurer in need of a challenge. I happen to know just the place that it will offer it to you. Tucked away in a corner of eastern Thanalan lies Halatali, and it is there that you will find all the excitement you crave. The place boasts a storied history. It was built some 100 years past as a training ground for gladiators. The calamity laid ruin to it, though, as it did to most things. Now Halatali is a shadow of its former self, but in the dark of that shadow lurk wild beasts, both bloodthirsty and beyond count. For one such as yourself, I dare say there is no place finer than Halatali to test your skill and refine your technique. Indeed, I've taken the liberty of passing your name along to the Flames, who oversee the place. Should you visit, speak with one Farfajoni near the entryway. Okay. Thank you for letting me know. Welcome back, Everstrom. I trust your visit to the bonfire proved fruitful. Ah, what a remarkable difference a single piece of material can make. Granted, the skills needed to manipulate the substance are not easily acquired, but one need only look upon the results to realize such efforts are worthwhile. As I am sure you are aware, the quality of one's equipment can be the difference between victory and defeat. Materia may well give you the edge you need, Everstrom, so make it your ally. Now it is time we discuss the matter of your next mission. Pray speak with me when you are ready to begin. Word has arrived from Thancred concerning our ongoing investigation. It appears he was able to extract some information from our friend Ungus, the false priest. He revealed that he is due to meet with the Emulger to discuss their dealings. The Immortal Flames believe that the meeting will present an ideal opportunity to ambush and capture the Emulger responsible for the abductions, and so they mean to have Ungus attained as planned. As the Emulger have anticipated to offer fierce resistance, the Immortal Flames have requested our support. I would have you provide it to them, Everstrom. Thancred is presently attending to another matter, but will join as soon as he is able. Until such time as he does, you will be the Scion's sole representative on the ground. Before he left, he bade me tell you to save some for him. Such is his confidence in you, a confidence I share. When you have made ready, pray take yourself to Camp Drybone and report to the Flame Sergeant leading the mission. May you walk in the light of the crystal. Alright, let's travel back to Camp Drybone. I think this is gonna like take me right to the, yeah, this is the quest, the Lord of the Inferno. Takes me straight to Ifrit, or Ifrit, which is like a dungeon, but it's just a boss. It's just a boss. So like it's called the Trial. And supposedly I can do this one with AI allies too. We'll see. Oh, Halatali's somewhere in this area too. I might as well pick that up while I'm here. It's down south. Okay. Huh, where is he? Oh, he must be inside a building. Yeah.
Ah, your Avistrom Place of the Scions. My thanks for coming, friend. We're stronger for your assistance. Allow me to brief you on our mission. Our objective is to capture Amalja and pry them from them the whereabouts of the abductees. The lizard men aren't aware of their plans. Ungus has been exposed. Aren't aware that their man Ungus has been exposed. When they come to the rendezvous point to meet the traitor, we'll spring the trap. Owing to the clandestine nature of the mission, we can deploy only a small contingent. Every member must count, and so we requested the aid of the Scions. The rendezvous will take place at the Invincible City. Please make your way there and lie in wait. We stand to learn much and more of the Amalja plot if the mission succeeds, Avistrom. Let's make sure it does.
Okay, let's do it. Invisible City, here we go. It's that, that city that I was talking about earlier. It's not really much of a city. It's just a little kind of area, but like it's called the Invisible City. Alright, just kind of bypassing those imps. Don't want to fight them. I might have to fight some of these rotting corpses, though. Let me see. Nope. Just bypass them. Awesome. Okay, let's proceed.
The bait in place. Our man is in position, sir. Good. We make our move as soon as the Amalja appear. Yes, sir. What is the meaning of this? Right? Something's amiss. I'm afraid your little ambush is here. I eluded the immortal flame's clutches for moons before finally being caught. You do not wonder how I managed it. It was almost as if someone was feeding him information from the inside. Aye, your every movement was known to me ahead of time. Now, as much as I'd love to chat a while, I have appointments to keep. They're all yours.
It's a trap. are just way too powerful for them. We're just like, we got you, and then we're just like slaughtered. Oh, there's more. Okay. Maybe, how long will you last, I wonder? Very long. Sound like there's no interval. The show's only just begun. Oh, I'm still wearing the... Oh gosh, I didn't realize. Put up your weapon or your comrades are dead men. Behind you! Oopsies. Bring him. The rest of you, march. Traitors, come. Okay, so I am now in a pit, and I'm going to change my gear. Gosh. Okay. Looks like all I can do is talk to this guy.
I fear the Emulsia mean to give us to their god as an offering. If I must die, then let me die a soldier's death with steel in hand.
Bowl of Embers. Now accessible. Okay, let's do it. Hold on, let me check something real quick. Okay, so it's a level 20. Okay. Let's do it.
Lord of the Inferno, hearken to our plea. Lord of the Inferno, deliver us from our misery. O mighty Ifrit, Lord of the Inferno, your humble servants beseech you, grace us with your divine presence. O mighty Ifrit, we bring before you ignorant savages who know not your Godhead. If it please you, Lord, scorch their heathen souls with your cleansing flame and mock them as your own. Bloody hells. Bring those two as well. What's going on?
This isn't what we agreed. None but servants of Lord Ifrit may behold the right of summoning. The souls of unbelievers are forfeit. No! Spare me, I beg you. Pitiful children of men, by my breath I claim you. Arise once more as my loyal minions. Feed my flames with your faith, and all who stand against us shall burn. O mighty Ifrit, my one true God, your words are my bread. Impossible. By what sorcery do you resist my master's will? Could it be? Your soul already belongs to another. Yes, that is the only explanation.
Yeah, to Heidelin.
Forsooth, thy frail mortal frame can serve as vessel to the blessing of but one. Yet I smell not the taint of another upon thee. The truth of thine allegiance waxes clear. Thou art of the godless blessed's number. The paragons warned of thy aberrant kind. Thine existence is not to be suffered.
Let's do this.
The calm. Surrender thyself to the fires of judgment. Thou soul shalt burn for eternity. Oh, it's strong.
So basically, if I didn't break that nail just then that appeared in the middle of the stage, you like auto finish it if you don't break it in time. hate it.
Pray forgive my lateness. I was delayed by a congregation of Amalja's zealots. I swear, each seemed more evangelical than the last. Persistent lot. Phew. I see the Bloodsworn wasted no time extracting the captives. No less than I'd expect from the Flame General's hand-picked men. As for those two, it is fair to say their hardships have only just begun. They have much to answer for. I feel I owe you an apology, Ariston. Had I known this mission would prove so dangerous, I would never have left you to face it alone. You have been given a veritable baptism of fire. But let us continue this conversation in more agreeable surrounds. Come dry boat, shall we say?
This way, sir.
So that was a mighty Ifrit. And what a disappointment he was. The ratings are nowhere near what I had anticipated, even taking Ul'Dan interference into account.
You should know better than to rely upon 5-year-old data left within the 7th Legion. Nor can we expect any form of support from the motherland. Given the troubles at court, we only have ourselves to rely upon. Ever the pessimist, my dear Livio. Promise me you'll never change. We've wasted enough time here. That meter of yours is too old to give any reading worth a damn.
Not that there was aught worth a damn for it to read. But I take your point. I suppose we must content ourselves with the knowledge that we've achieved our primary objective. Yet I find that I am troubled by that adventurer's unexpected show of strength. Could such a foe prove a hindrance to our plans?
Perhaps. But that is a consideration for another time. You have been given a task. That is your priority. I suggest you treat it as such. Fail to do as my lord commands, and I will spare him the trouble of punishing you.
With allies like that, beware a woman in love. Shall need to be on my best behavior.
Yay! Okay. Alright, after this... Yes, okay, let me go... I guess I'll complete this quest and then I'll be done. Ah, there you are, Ivestrom. Come, rest a while. You'll have no better opportunity. After witnessing their god's ignominious defeat, the Amalja will be less inclined to risk our wrath. For a time, at least. Now, where were we? Oh yes, I was in the process of apologizing. I do hope you can forgive me. I arrived too late to be of any use to you or the abductees. They may be a whole body, but the same cannot be said of their minds. For once a man is tempered. No, it ill suits me to dwell on the negatives. Amidst all our misfortunes, there is still reason to rejoice. Ifrit is slain, and by your hand, no less. That is the deed of no ordinary individual, Ivestrom. Not that I ever thought you were ordinary. On the contrary, I have long suspected that you have the potential to shape the fate of this realm. What can I say? My fine eye for talent remains undimmed. Minfilia will be proud beyond all reckoning when she hears of your deeds. I trust you shan't object to my bearing the tidings to her. That way I can claim to have contributed something to this mission. You, meanwhile, have earned yourself a rest. Take some time to relax and return to the Waking Sands when you are good and ready. We can discuss matters in more detail then. Just don't take too long, will you? The realm's problem won't solve themselves. Okay, so... he says, let's take a rest. I will take a rest, but once I finish going to Halatali to pick up that dungeon, and then reporting to Scion of the 7th Dawn of Waking Sands, and completing those quests, and then we're done. I just gotta go to 2 different places. Lots of good stuff happening in the story now. It's getting better. You know, it's not so much, let's go pick up this random cargo and bring it back to this person who could have done it themselves. Let's go pick up beans for this one woman who wants to feed children a soup of this beans. If it is the halls of Halatali you seek, you need seek no further. Permit me to tell you something of this place. The name comes from an ancient tongue, Halatali, meaning the land of many shadows. It was here that our distant ancestors first settled and... Bah, you have not come all this way for less than history. Shh, listen. Do you not hear the howls and growls? Do you not feel how they shake the earth, the very earth beneath you? Those sounds are the work of no wind, my friend, nor that rumbling the doing of any shadows. Those are the calls of Halatali, for now the beasts once kept the Colosseum lurk here. And these are no gentle beasts broken by the hands of man. No, there are those within that even the might of the immortal flames cannot tame. From the look of you, you must be Ivestrom. I received word from Nedrick that you might be along. By his recommendation, I grant you leave to enter freely. I only pray you are able to find your way out. I'll say no to these gloves. It's done. Good, now I've got Halatali unlocked. I'm not gonna do Halatali yet, just unlock it. Okay, and now I use that item again. Where's that? There we go. What's this? Level 18 weapon coffer. I should use that. gonna speak to Tatri real quick. Averstrom, how goes it? All's well here. At least on the bookkeeping front, anyway. Okay. Ah, the triumphant hero returns. Thancred told us the news upon his arrival. He is presently in the Solar, giving a full report to Lady Menfilia. You should join them at once. Lady Menfilia is most eager to see you.
My late arrival nearly cost Averstrom his life. I wasn't there when the Immolder took him prisoner. I wasn't there when they served him to Ifrit. Yes, by some miracle he survived, but that does not excuse the fact that he should never have had to face such dangers alone. I failed him utterly, just as I'm failing you all.
What's done is done, Thancred. You can ill blame yourself for Afri. Averstrom, it is so good to see you again.
Impeccable timing, my friend. I had just finished regaling Menfilia with your heroic exploits.
Thancred has told me everything. You have done well to return to us.
The perils you faced were undeniably great. Yet a part of me believes that I had no cause to fear, and now we can put paid to our long investigation. As we suspected, the Immolder undertook both the robbery and abductions with the aim of summoning their primal Ifrit.
Nor is this tale limited to Ul'dah. Similar incidents have been rife in both Nimsila and Gridania of late.
I dare say you've been curious as to how these crimes are linked to the primals. Permit me to explain. Having manifested in the physical realm, primals must consume ether if they are to maintain their presence here, and the stronger they become, the more ether they require. Now, ether exists throughout creation. It flows through all life and permeates the very air that we breathe. Alas, this alone will not suffice to sustain the likes of Ifrit. Nay, he and his kind require a more concentrated source of ether. Crystals.
It is for this reason that incidents involving crystals can often be traced back to a primal. Which leaves us with the why of the abductions. To understand this, you must first understand how primals are born. When all is well with the world, primals possess no physical form. Their essence is dispersed across the great river of ether. However, when the world is plunged into chaos, those who worship the primals cry out to their gods for deliverance from suffering. These cries serve as a beacon toward which a primal's essence is irresistibly drawn. It is this coming together, or etheric coalescence, which grants the being's physical form. Once born, the primal gains strength from its followers' worship. The more numerous and fervent they are, the more powerful their god becomes.
But the primals are seldom satisfied with such reverence as their adherents freely give. And in order to gain more power, they do not scruple to create followers. They do this by tempering mortals. A process to which you yourself were subjected. Yet even as Ifrit took your comrades in his thrall, you alone remained unaffected. This is thanks to the power you possess.
Oh wait, this is Menfilia. The Echo. We know not the why of it, but those blessed with the Echo are immune to primal influence. It is as though a greater power protects us. When first you came to us, I told you that the Echo would be instrumental in dealing with a primal threat. I trust you now begin to see why.
The recent incidents all share a common trait: meticulous planning. Such elaborate designs are a new development, and one which fills me with an unshakable sense of foreboding.
Jeez. While I share your concern, my presiding feeling is one of relief at your safe return. Oh, the immortal flames assured me that they will deal with the aftermath, so you need not concern yourself with that. We may rest easy for a time. I suggest you take full advantage of the respite, Avistrom. You may be sure it won't last long. Once the people learn the identity of the hero who fell defeat, I fear you will have nary a moment to yourself. That's the free company, I'm sure. I might need to turn that off.
Whether she intended to or no, Minfilia neglected to tell you something. Something I think it would be best you heard from one of us. It concerns the tempered abductees that were rescued. I am sorry to report that all are to be put to death, the flames with whom you are imprisoned included. Needless to say, this information must not be made known to the public. I swear to you that we would not do this if there were any other recourse, but once a man is tempered, he is tempered for life. His very existence lends strength to the primal, whom we cannot choose but worship. And so we Scions continue our fight, that no more innocents need be sacrificed. I hope that you will continue to stand with us, Avistrom. But I should be going. I must offer my apologies to the Flame General for the losses his people suffered. Till next time. God forgive me. How many more lives? Louis Swall would never have allowed this to happen. I have to do better. I have to be stronger.
Sweet. Okay, so that's it for that. Let me check if the... Yeah, it's the, it's definitely the FC. So let me turn that off. But, yeah, this is gonna be, oh wait. Chat log settings. This is gonna be where I end. So, thank you very much for, sticking with me all the way through this. It's a 4-hour stream. Kind of proud of that, honestly. To be able to like sit here and talk for 4 hours straight is is big deal, I would say. Let me turn this off, and yeah, that's good. All right. Alright, thanks kid for sticking in there. I probably won't be back on later tonight or anything, but yeah, I'll likely be back tomorrow. So, have a good night. Bye.